So he is the country's, without a doubt, most iconic historic labor leader, right? He led massive marches with labor unions at the very end of the dictatorship that kind of pushed for democracy. He founded the Workers' Party and then ran for the presidency several times before actually winning in 2002. He is kind of the iconic figure of the Brazilian left. And once he got into office, he then ushered in kind of a series of poverty alleviation programs focused on, it was called fome zero, so zero hunger. You know, he was from the northeastern Brazil, the poor northeastern. As a young boy, he moved to Sao Paulo, and that's where his family had to move to find work. So he is like the iconic imagery of, you know, the poor northeastern Brazilian going in search of jobs, of employment, and then like lifting himself up and then fighting for what he was able to achieve. So he kind of fits within that imagery, that image of what so many people like hope for and dream. So the fact that he actually won the presidency, was then able to kind of represent people around Brazil. He lifted millions out of poverty with his poverty alleviation programs. He installed obviously South-South ties. He was extremely important in kind of the pink tide movement in the regional tide in Latin America. And when he left office in 2010, he had an approval rating over 90%. So he is definitely a figure that people have enjoyed and loved and really appreciated his administration. The next president that came in was obviously was Dilma Rousseff. She won office in 2010. She was his former chief of staff. And then she won a re-election in 2014. Now that's when things became a little bumpy because obviously that was the whole impeachment push against Dilma Rousseff. They knocked her out. Her vice president comes in and completely starts to switch, to just flip the script, right? To move away from the poverty alleviation and realign Brazil with the United States and mmove away from these South-South ties and start to push privatizations and a spending cap and whatnot. And so this is where Brazil, we see Lula at this moment as this figure. People saw him in 2018 as this figure who was going to be able to bring Brazil back, turn it back in the direction and bring things back to power, because people really saw this impeachment against Dilma Rousseff as a congressional coup. It was really a maneuver to try and get the Workers' Party out of office. Now, of course, amidst all of this, there was tons of corruption, other things that were happening, not just with the Workers' Party, with other parties. But that's why Lula's imagery is so important. He was jailed in 2018. That blocked him from being able to run. And so the left's kind of focus, the unifying focus of the left in Brazil, obviously after 2016, was fighting the coup. And then it was really freeing Lula, getting Lula out of jail, and then getting Lula to have his political rights back, to be able to stand for re-election. And that's where we are right now. So the decision yesterday by Supreme Court Justice Edson Fachin is a huge decision, because this is exactly what so many people in the Workers' Party, social movements, and on the left have been really fighting for years, is to prove Lula's innocence.